How's it going, Shaq?
It's all right. By the time people are hearing this, it's after Christmas,
Yup.
the
Happy
official,
holidays.
Christmas day. And, I'm sure we're all full of goose or whatever it is that you eat on Christmas.
Goose?
Goose.
Yeah? Is that a thing people eat on Christmas?
There are a lot of songs about the Christmas goose.
Really?
I think people eat geese.
I didn't think anybody ate goose. I thought you was talking about gray goose. I didn't know anybody ate goose.
No, I think you. I mean, it's poultry.
Yeah.
I mean, if we're eating ducks.
Fair. How far are we from pigeons?
I mean, that depends on your will. That depends on your will to live, your will to survive, your actual living will, all of those things.
Yeah, I don't know. I've never, it never occurred to me. Everything I don't think of goose. Like every single time I think of goose, I don't think of the bird. I don't think of food. I think of either the drink or the coats.
Wow. Yeah, New York has really tainted you.
Like that is the first. I have to think of the coat and realize that it's on the logo. Then I realize there's a bird.
Okay.
And then when you tell me that people eat that, I'm like that. That's why it's so far from me. I'm like, why would you eat feather insulation? That shit is just warm. That's what that does. It's not tasty,
Oh my goodness. No, you're eating goose. You roast it, when you're eating duck. I mean, people are eating rabbit. People are eating squirrel.
Squirrel? For real?
Yeah, people eat squirrel. You got to get to the South, man. You got to get to
What?
Yeah, I don't know. That's not what I'm going to try. But people definitely eat rabbits.
Rabbits I've seen. I don't agree, but I get it.
Yeah, folks are doing that.
So
I feel I had some gator nuggets the one time I was in New Orleans.
But is this times are rough, we had to take out the squirrel, or you at a 5-star restaurant and they're like, yo, let me get squirrel? Or is it like McDonald's, yo, I get a burger and a squirrel?
A burger and a squirrel.
I don't know. I don't know where it falls in the range.
I think it probably was initially in. I mean, I don't know. I'm going to look up a squirrel recipe right now.
That's so wild.
To make sure I'm not talking out of squirrel recipe. Squirrel stew. Stew. Oh, something here says squirrel recipe air fryer.
That's disturbing. The stew I could get because you could pretend it's not a squirrel. But if you air frying squirrels, you see that.
No, I think it's actually just a squirrel using an air fryer.
Makes sense.
Anyway,
I'll believe that way before people are eating squirrels. I'll believe the squirrels have advanced.
No, people are eating. Yeah, but no, in stew for sure, absolutely. There's that.
But that's because you don't have
buttermilk fried squirrel with southern gravy, squirrel stew. With paprika.
There's people eating squirrel and also they got buttermilk money.
I mean,
that don't make sense.
Okay. What is the best way to cook squirrel? People ask. Heat 1/2 inch of your favorite oil in a frying pan over medium heat. Fry each side of the squirrel for 10 to 12 minutes with the lid on the pan to help soften it up. Once the meat is brown and cooked, place on a warm tinfoil plate until you make the gravy. This is according to GeorgiaWildlife.blog.
Wow. I did not expect that.
Is squirrel healthy to eat? To prevent the risk of
everything,
of contracting CJD and other diseases, hunt them during the winter and avoid eating their brains. Generally, squirrel meat is safe to eat and offers lots of proteins and other vitamins. The meat is also lean for people who have health problems. And that was something in worldsafety2018.org as of October 3rd, 2019. So people still doing this.
If my doctor would have told me, as a diabetic, you should eat squirrel, kill me instantly.
Well, you can't. I mean, first off, I rarely see squirrels here in New York.
Who's catching squirrels? You seen them? They are fat. How you catching squirrels to eat them?
Oh, you got to be out in the country, dog. You gonna catch a squirrel? You can catch a squirrel.
Oh, I've never seen.
You can catch everything with ingenuity, I think. But it looks like you need to clean them and hunt them during the winter. Makes sense because I guess maybe the fleas or whatever that would be on them would be. There's less of that in the winter. And avoid eating brains, which I say should probably be the case for all
I've had
animals.
cow brain though.
Also, I want to go ahead and apologize to all of our vegetarian and vegan listeners who are like, "What the fuck?" I would not. I
had cow brain once. That was good. It was like it tastes like spicy eggplant. It was good. Like I enjoyed it. Like you mix it with some rice, it's solid.
I mean, everything. If you mix it with some rice and put a salad with a nice vinaigrette,
real talk.
Yeah,
I was about it.
Yeah.
So, yo, by the way, before I forget, we've had 2 polls end, Sha.
Oh,
yeah.
The
first
polls.
one.
Yes. Okay.
We had the bougie chicken poll. Okay, so
what was the bougie?
Who is more
one?
bougie about their chicken nuggets? All right.
Oh, you or me about
me because I wouldn't accept the order if it's been opened by the previous customer and handed back, or you because you wouldn't patron a place who doesn't package the chicken nuggets in a fully enclosed container. And I want you to know, Sha, I put myself first because I wanted I was like, if there's a bias, so maybe somebody click early, they gonna click on me. I wanted all the smoke on this.
Right.
Sha, you won with 100% of the votes.
I honestly think you put that wrong. I did not say I wouldn't go to a place that didn't wrap up the chicken completely. I'm just saying I wouldn't do what you did.
I don't know, Sha.
Which is turn it back in.
I'm gonna have to splice in that audio right here.
Yeah, look for it. I said that normally where I go for chicken nuggets, they tend to have it all completely closed in. That's not a preference of how I want my chicken nuggets to come, so much as I just like their nuggets.
See how they change it up on you, people?
I'm not changing it up. You change it up putting that poll together. But that's all right. I'll be fine to be the bougie chicken person.
The second poll, which sin is the deadliest? All right, we had lust, gluttony, sloth, wrath, envy, pride, and greed. We had 3 tied for the bottom with no votes. Lust, gluttony, and sloth. None of y'all are the deadliest.
Gluttony, and sloth got no votes.
Then
lazy fat fuckers out here. I like it. Okay.
With 5% of the votes, envy, 5% of the votes, is in 4th place.
Envy.
With 16% of the votes, in 3rd place is pride.
Oh, okay.
Top 2 deadly sins. Number 2, with 26% of the vote, wrath.
Okay.
And that means the overwhelming winner, our listeners on Spotify specifically, because we can't vote everywhere else. Our Spotify listeners, 53% of you felt that greed is the deadliest sin.
Interesting.
That's right.
Huh. Okay.
Like
wow. What did I put for number 1? Envy.
we on the charts at least. I do think.
Yeah.
I think for me personally, I think you had sloth. I had gluttony on mine, in like our personal top 3.
Yeah, my personal top 3 were envy, sloth, and gluttony. Yeah, I'm not doing so. I guess the rest of it, I was like, whatever, that happens.
I think I'm high on all of these but lust. You keep that shit. I'm good. All right.
Wait, I can't even remember I guess if I was rating them. Yeah, okay. Well, thank you to everyone who voted in our polls. That's fantastic.
Appreciate y'all right here. I feel like this speaks, like, can we use this in marketing? You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, this will help us decide
That's
future
right there. You know what I
stories.
mean? You know what I mean? The least greediest podcast. Bam bam. That's us. I don't know how.
or
Or the
or the
most.
most
Yeah.
greediest, who
You know what I mean?
knows?
Get that guilty pleasure out your system.
I mean, there's definitely some wrath considering how you took to the first episode being removed. you you took to the streets and tagged Nori in it.
I take it to the people, shot, okay? He was the source, okay?
Uh,
I had no problem with that, okay? I had pride, I had wrath, okay? I was greedy about
yeah,
losing my download numbers from day one, okay?
yeah, yeah.
Had
You
all of
had it
those there,
all. You
okay?
had it
I
all.
was lusting the success of the other podcasts, you know?
Oh my
Yeah, I think
goodness.
sloth is probably sloth and lust are the ones I'm least connected with. Yeah, I
Okay.
don't. I feel like I don't do the lust thing, and while I think like I don't exercise per se, I do think I do a lot.
Mm-hmm.
Like I don't think sloth is like
Right.
that. I think if I worked out, I think sloth would be like fully not me. Gluttony's def me. Like I would deal with the
Yeah.
grub. I ain't gonna front. It's a big part of my
Right.
brand.
Yes.
This show is the only non-food related thing I'm branded with. Actually, almost everything I do.
That's so funny. That's
Yeah,
so true.
sandwich, beef, and broccoli. I'm all about the food. Let's do it.
Yep. Yep.
So yeah, I connect with it. You know, but we out here.
Well, apparently
No
no
one
one
else
else
did though.
does.
It's okay. You know, y'all are better people than us. Good. We're
Yeah,
succeeding.
that's
I
fine.
ain't mad
That's
at that.
fine.
That means you guys have conquered
Yeah.
3 of the 7 deadly sins. I'm impressed with y'all.
And good
Yeah.
for you. And
Look at
good
that.
for
We got
you.
ethical, morally high standing listeners. I'm proud of all of you. Keep it up, okay? Set an example for us,
Yeah,
you
yeah,
know?
yeah.
Something to learn and aspire to, Sha. I'm here for it. Let's
Yep.
get into the news. Kicking it right off with food
All
news,
right.
too. Let's do it.
Great. Gluttony. Let's do it.
McDonald's limits French fry sales in Japan because of a potato shortage. That's right. McDonald's Japan is temporarily limiting the sales of French fries due to delays in shipments of potatoes to the country. The company said in a press release on Tuesday. The supply issues were caused by floods in Canada, a major transit point for shipments, as well as the impact of the corona pandemic on the global distro. From December 24th to December 30th, only small size servings of French fries will be available to customers nationwide in Japan. Medium and large sizes of McFries will not be sold during this period, the company said. According to McDonald's Japan CEO Tamatsuhiro, the company imports potatoes on a large scale from North America through a port near Vancouver in Canada. Import delays had occurred due to a flood damage and corona-related distro. Bang!
Huh. Okay. I have
Talk
a
to me.
question. I wonder if their sizes are as big as the American sizes.
Huh.
You know what I mean? Because like American portions are
Right.
ridiculous. They're very big. And so I wonder if the Japanese portions are the same as the American portions.
But how small can their small
You know
get?
what
Like the small is pretty small.
I don't know. I mean, like they're small. I imagine the small size fries are probably universal.
Right. It's a little bag.
Right. Yeah. But I wonder if medium and large are the same.
Yeah.
You know, it could just be by the tiniest amount, but it could still, or just based on how much you're allowed to scoop in or stuff like that.
I get that.
You know?
That makes sense. There's definitely some restaurants that should
Yeah.
look into that. Like I enjoy fries from Five Guys, but like they OD,
Oh.
like for real.
I hate them. And then they put them all in the bottom of the bag. And I'm like, no one wants your shitty fries. And that's the thing. I think a lot of people were like, no, their fries are great because they give you so many. And I'm like, but are they good though? Or do they give you a lot?
I think they are. So I think like they don't realize that they're working against themselves because they have a really good when warm fry that really depreciates.
Okay.
So like every time
Yes.
I order fries from them, I get the both sides. I get the good warm fry up front, but you gave me so many fries that like the last fries I'm having are trash. If you gave me
right, and those are the ones you'll remember.
It's the lasting thing. No, they got to think that through.
Yeah, no, I'm not. I feel for you, but I gotta say something. I don't know if it was. Remember when everyone found out that McDonald was cooking their fries in beef tallow,
Yeah, yeah.
even in India, where they
Yo.
were like, no, yeah, can't do that. So they switched to vegetable oil, but then they quietly switched back to not just all vegetable oil, but something else to try and get that taste and
Yeah.
crisp back again. Whatever they switch back to is not quite the same, and their fries really kind of haven't been hitting in a
Yo, Wendy's
while.
came for their throats.
Yeah, I haven't had the new Wendy's fry, but they really are just like, hey,
Yo,
we doing
straight
fries
up.
now.
That's all. The
And
whole
I'm like,
ads is just fries.
the whole
They
ads
don't
are
even
just
talk
that.
about these square burgers no more. It's like, yo, we out here, French
No.
fry gang.
Yeah, that's wild. I mean, I don't know. My favorite French fries right now from a chain are Shake
Okay,
Shack. I like a crinkle
okay.
cut. And they have a good crinkle cut. But my favorite of just like an individual kind of, there's a chain that's local to Atlanta called Grindhouse
Mm,
Burgers. And they also have a crinkle cut, but they put a little bit of the orange
okay.
salt on it. Not overwhelmingly so, like say Arby's with their curly fries, but just a little sprinkle on top of just regular salt. And I had some like a week ago when I was out of town, and man, those things hit. I always said no, those are my favorite fries, but then I was like, I don't know, these Shake Shacks are doing
Yeah.
me okay. And then I got back to Grindhouse, and I was like, nope,
Oh
these are the
yeah. You know
ones.
it. Like
Yeah.
me and Gabby were like legitimately mad at a commercial last week because we saw
Mm.
really like beautiful, decadent steak cut diner style fries. And like it's not that
Mm-hmm.
they're the best, it's just we hadn't had them in a while. They looked really good. And like the whole
Right.
commercial was showing like these burgers and fries. And we were like hyped, like, yo, that shit's fire. And we were like, where is this? We gonna buy them. And the commercial was like for Chase Bank and how they support businesses like this fucking diner in the middle of nowhere. I was so tight. I like, I can't eat this shit. And I'm talking like 20 of the 30 seconds. They ain't mention banks at all. They just talking about this fucking
That's
food.
so
Yo,
funny.
heated. I still see them shits in my dreams.
I'm
Them
sure you
steak fries
do.
look incredible. Fuck, I care how you finance your business, okay? Just show me how to
Oh my
order.
gosh.
And other,
Yeah, steak fries when you hit a
yeah,
good one, man, they're real
in
good.
other McDonald's news, McDonald's settled a
Ooh.
lawsuit with a black franchise owner. McDonald's has settled a lawsuit filed by a black franchisee owner that alleged the company steered him towards less profitable restaurants in lower income, predominantly black neighborhoods because of his race. Retired Major League Baseball
Mm.
player Herbert Washington filed the civil suit in Ohio in February. Washington's allegations were similar to the complaints made by a group of 52 former black franchisees operators who sued the company over alleged racial discrimination last year. Washington, who has been operating McDonald's franchises since 1980, had claimed the suit that over the years, McDonald's made it harder for him to succeed compared to white franchise operators. He said that the company had been trying to drive him out because he flagged the alleged discrimination. McDonald's said in a statement sent to CNN that in an agreement to exit the McDonald's system and dismiss his suit, the company agreed to purchase the 13 restaurants Washington owned for $33.5 million. They said in the statement that the money is no more than what we deem fair price for the value of the restaurants. Discrimination has no place at McDonald's. And while we were confident in the strength of our case, this resolution aligns with McDonald's values and enables us to continue.
Yeah, 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 yeah. Y'all were doing
Uh-huh.
that shit.
Yeah, I got busted.
Yeah. Yep. Good for this. Wow, $33.5 million.
Yo, he came up.
He had 13
Herbert
restaurants.
Washington.
And that's wild that you have 13 McDonald's restaurants and $33.5 million as a come up.
Yeah, you
You
should
should
have way.
be,
Yeah, that should be worth
come
more.
on.
You could tell those were
Yeah.
all in the hood.
Mm.
They ain't want to give him the
Yeah.
good ones, okay?
Yeah, because I mean, they don't want to give them the good ones, and then I'm not 100% sure about fran- what it means, franchising and being a
Yeah,
franchisee, I guess. Um, but you are relying on still the business itself to supply
yeah,
what you need. Yes. So they put you out here in these neighborhoods that they've already deemed as low, what, low
yeah.
yield, I guess. And then they're not going to give you what you need because they'll hold that low yield against you, kind of.
Yeah, because it's like there's a lot of things that like work against you there, right? Like there's
Mhm.
you have to buy the product specifically from them. You have to give them a percentage
Mhm.
of it. The percentage doesn't change. So from McDonald's end, it doesn't matter, right? Like if you're like still bringing in an extra $500,000, they're still getting a percentage of that. That's still additional money. But you as a franchisee, that does matter because you still have like fixed costs, like minimum wage is still minimum wage. Like you have to pay that for
Right.
the amount of people needed to run the place. So like the physical task of running a location is going to hit a bare minimum cost regardless of where it is, but you're losing out because they're not giving you the chance to open in other locations. And his issue
Mhm.
being like, yo, like at his peak, he actually owned 21 locations. So he's like, yo, like I
Mm.
own McDonald's in Ohio, in Pennsylvania, in Washington. Like I'm clearly like knowledgeable at this. I understand if you gave me like the
Right.
the whack McDonald's the first 2 or 3 when you ain't know if I was nice. But like I'm running it now. Like
Right.
I'm doing a ton of these. You should be able to like give me some of the prime locations going forward. So that's kind of his issue, and apparently it's been an issue that's happened to other black potential and former McDonald's franchisees.
Wow. Well, that's what they get for having now shitty fries. It's showing up. See, the hatred's showing up in the
Boom, right
fries.
there. You don't realize it, B.
That's what's happening. They don't realize it. You can
That's it.
taste it.
This
You
dude's
can
name is
taste it.
Herb, okay?
You can taste the discrimination in the food. You can taste it. Them hamburgers ain't been right in a
Exactly.
while. You can
We know.
taste it.
We know.
Mhm.
Taco Bell is adding a surprising new menu item. I was probably hungry when I was picking these articles out, by the way. I'm sorry.
Yeah, that's possible, but it's also kind of what you gravitate towards.
Taco Bell is adding a new menu item that fans might not associate with the taco chain, and it's only available for a week. The fast food restaurant is adding crispy chicken wings beginning January 6th for a limited time at U.S. locations. Taco Bell said each order contains 5 bone-in wings that are coated in queso seasoning and served with a spicy ranch dip. They'll only be sold after 2 p.m. and cost $5.99. This is like, yo, I now remember. I got hyped because this felt like some real weed culture shit. Like this is some pothead shit. Like, yo, I ain't cooking that shit till 2. Okay. I get in when I get in. That's when we
Huh.
making it. Okay. I'm only gonna make it for a week. Don't ask me for more.
You might be
And
onto
they know they
something
demo.
there.
Like this is the perfect time to sell that. You don't go into Taco Bell for wings during the day, but you go in at 3 a.m. and you're a little drunk, you're a little tipsy, you just start ordering everything you dream about, even if that restaurant don't make it. Taco Bell saying for this one
Right.
week, we got you.
Huh. I wonder, and bone in at that. So, I mean, is Taco Bell ready for the all flats
Mm,
conversation?
mm. Oh,
You know
yeah.
what I mean? It's bone in. So now if someone's like, yo, you gave me a box full of drums, where the flats
Yo,
at? Are y'all ready for that, Taco Bell? I see why you're only doing it for a
it's
week
drama.
because once you enter the drum/flats conversation, it's real hard to
You
pull
don't
yourself
know.
out of it.
That real talk, that's been one of the most consistent fights in my house. Yo, like
Yeah.
for real. And it's not even like when we make it. Like it's like when we order it. I'm
Mhm.
Gabby's flats. I'm drums, right? So
Okay.
if I order, like I gotta, whenever I'm ordering from like Checkers, for example, she always wants wings.
Right.
I like the wings, but I don't order wings from Checkers. I get other shit. But I gotta
Right.
figure out what she wants and order double so that I know she's gonna get enough of the flats.
Enough of the
So
flats.
she gets the
Yep.
order. The first thing she does is count the flats. Like, I personally loaded the chicken order. So she's like, yo, we got 20 wings. How come I only got 8 flats? I'm like, yo,
See?
shorty, I ain't do that. Divorces could go down because of this situation.
Let me tell you something. The flats contingency.
They strong.
They strong. They are so serious. Like, the party's over until we figure out the flats situation. Turn off the music. Hey, cut the light back on. Where my flats at? Like, stop the movie. Where my flats at?
I will kick through your tweet. All right? Your speakers will not work anymore. Your subwoofer gone. I want my flats.
Hey, well, yeah. Party over. Party is done until we get that.
Are you a flats person?
So I'm actually not even a wings person.
Yo.
Yeah. I know.
And ATL too?
Yeah, I know.
Oh.
It's hard. I mean, you can skate by.
How you been hiding that?
You can hear the conversations. And then just be like, yeah, I know, it's tough, right? Celery, and then you can just leave the room and no one will know. I mean, if you have basically, I feel strongly in that if someone's like, are you blue cheese or are you ranch? I'm like, oh, ranch, absolutely. And people will be like, oh, you don't like blue cheese? Nah, I don't fuck with blue cheese, ranch only. But I mean, to me, that's just dressing. We just talking dressing. I can talk dressing with you. But drums and flats, I'm usually, when people ask and I realize that, my answer may, no one wants to hear that I don't really fuck with them in either way. I usually just go, it doesn't matter to me. And people go, okay, bet. But that's also should be a way to let them know that I don't really
I was going to say, because that would bring way more questions out of me.
Yeah, but no, I don't really mess with them. Yeah.
That's madness.
Yeah, to me, it's a lot of work. You know what? Because I'm not a chicken eater that bites through to the bone. I don't clean my bones off enough to warrant what you need to do to wings to fully enjoy them. Now, I come from bone cleaners. My mother literally could suck the marrow out of the right. That's great. But I never really acquired that skill. So I feel like I don't want someone to see me eat chicken wings, put down what I think is a done wing, and them go, you still got all that meat? I'm not doing this. You're not my mother. Only my mother can yell at me like that about that particular thing.
I grounded my son over
so
that
I
shit.
just would rather not.
I ain't mad. I grounded Aiden once because of that shit. We had a real talk. Like, you ain't gonna waste my wings.
That's what I'm saying. Y'all are unreasonable. So you guys who clean the birds down to a whistle, you're unreasonable.
Disrespecting that food.
So I'd rather like step away from it. So
I told that kid, yo, I remember like I was a little out of hand that day. I remember I was like, yo, real talk, if I see you throw out chicken like that again, like, you gonna be on all cereal this week.
You see, I'm saying you guys are insane.
All straight up.
But
and not no sugar shit. You're gonna be on Cheerios and cornflakes till I decide different.
That's so hard. You don't deserve
flavor. Lucky I don't got checks.
Just give them a thigh. Just give them a thigh.
Because it's the decision. We could do the mixed chicken or we doing wings. But once I'm okay with like leaving pieces of the bigger pieces. I feel like that's a little tougher to work as a kid. You know what I mean? You don't got the dexterity in your fingers. Cool. But wings is your size. It's a home game for you, my G.
Yeah, but you need more dexterity for a wing than you do for like a leg or a thigh.
You could put like your little kid pre-puberty fingers in there.
Yeah, but there's so much that you have to really like get in there. And I think it's easier. I think eating a drumstick is far easier than eating a wing. For a little kid, you just hold a built-in handle.
With the drums, all right?
Right. But even the drumettes though are like, there's still so much more to it. But flats are ridiculous. Like, look, if you like flats, you're into trigonometry. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like you do, like that's a math.
I'm okay with that.
That's all angles.
But then don't grab it.
But
grab the drumettes. Know your place. All right.
But then just get a mix. I think if you handed him a thigh, you'd be surprised at what he'd come up with. Also, he's probably not. I mean, just get him fucking nuggets or
Yeah, I
boneless
just get them
wings or
sandwiches
whatever
now.
it
As
is.
a chicken sandwich.
Yeah,
You
yeah,
haven't earned bones yet. Okay.
yeah, that's fair. That's
Straight up.
absolutely fair because that is something that he needs to discover
Yeah.
on his
And
own.
I just didn't want the drama.
How to work that.
I didn't
Yeah.
want to continue to be like angry at my son. So I was like, all right, I'm gonna leave this out of the relationship. You know, you can figure that out when you move out. You know, you can learn.
Yeah, that's definitely something that he has to come to on his own.
Need safe space, you know.
Yeah, absolutely. With friends,
That's
that's
you
something
experiment
you
in
gotta.
college. That's what it's for. You know.
Yeah. Yep.
Finally, the only non-food related article today. NHL announces that their players will not be attending the 2022 Olympics amid COVID-19. That's right. The NHL announced on Wednesday that the league's players will not participate in the 2022 Beijing Winter Olympics amid the rise in COVID-19 cases and the league-wide pause impacting the 2021-2022 season schedule. Frank Saravalli of the Daily Faceoff first reported the decision. Several teams have already been shut down because of the rise in COVID-19 cases, and the league has its wide holiday shutdown beginning on the 26th. Because of this, the NHL needs the 2 weeks of vacation time that they schedule in February to make up lost games that they had to cancel for COVID, which would overlap with the Olympics. So yeah, unfortunately, these fake Winter Olympic Games is going to be faker. All right. Nobody watching this shit. US ain't going in general.
No,
NHL ain't sending no squad. I mean, the US and the Canadian team is going to be trash.
I mean, look, overall, I just think, especially, we've already gone on record of saying that we need to just do the winter when we do the summer. Quit trying to make us care about it every 2 years. It's every 4 years. That's all we got.
And that's why this is this issue only started when they pivoted hockey to the winter because it became every other 2 years, right? Because when it switched over to the 2-year thing for the winter, that wasn't in line with the summer. They realized that nobody was watching because none of the 4 major sports was in it. So they asked hockey to send their players over. Whereas before it was easier because it was like it was a summer. They treated it as part of the summer games where it didn't overlap with the hockey season. So now they had like this winter thing. Yeah,
really?
So like NHL was like, yo, we ain't fuck up. Y'all switched up your game by asking us to be part of the winter games, and now you need us as part of the winter games because you're not even during the same year as the rest of the Olympics. So like we're like a core thing now for you, but we can't mess up our schedule. We the ones making the money for these players. Like
oh my goodness. Yeah. That's wild, man. That's wild.
They messing it up.
Yo, yeah. Don't go out there. Don't go out there to Beijing. Yeah, we shouldn't be doing this.
We got slopes here, B. You can ski, you can skate all over the place in America. Okay.
Oh my!
Y'all wilding out there.
I didn't realize that, but yeah, no, good for them. COVID
Word
stuff.
Stay in your ground, okay?
Yeah, but apparently the NHL did not participate in the 2018. Was that Pyeongchang?
Yeah, that one was
because they
didn't agree with the players.
They couldn't come to an agreement. So yeah, so maybe just
skip it.
Let it be the amateurs again. Let us just discover a new talent.
That's it. You know what I mean?
Let them young people bang their bones up.
Do that thing with the broom on ice. You know what I mean?
the what's it called?
Yeah,
the curling?
Do the curling. You got the space. You know what I mean? A lot of people over there, I'm sure, got brooms. I'll go play. I'll go play the broom game. I'm with it.
I don't think I think there's a little more to it than just.
I'm ready.
But then again, I don't know. Every Olympics, they keep trying to explain curling to us, and every time I'm like, I don't
a full
care.
Year.
It's just a rock, and you're just scraping the ice in front of it or whatever. Or guys on the other side blowing it across. I don't understand what y'all are doing. I don't care.
If you would like to sponsor me and Shalewa in our run for the 2022 Olympic curling team,
Oh, okay. Yeah, I'll do that.
All you gotta
Sure.
do is like, subscribe to the show, baby. If you are an
Mhm.
Apple or Spotify listener, please rate the show. 4 stars, you don't think we can win the gold. You ain't seen me sweep. Okay? Legendary. Okay? People talk about it all the time. Whatever kind of brushes you got, straw, plastic.
Those are the only
I don't
kind you
know. I
know?
was trying to think it through. You're right. I couldn't think of no more brushes, okay? But all the brushes,
Yeah,
I
that's
know them,
it.
okay? I could do them. I don't know their names, but I feel them. I got an emotional connection. 5 stars, you heard the word on the streets. Gastor's curling game is crazy. Shalewa, amazing at pivoting that big, oversized hockey puck. Together, undefeated, will bring home the gold at the Beijing Olympics. You believe that. 5-star ratings. We appreciate you. If you got any articles you'd like us to cover, please DM us directly on Twitter and Instagram at Silky Jumbo or at Gastor Almonte. With all that said, we are the future gold winners.
Oh, wow. Okay, that's a bit much.
My name is Gastor Almonte. Always with the homie Shalewa Sharpe. This has been a bonus episode of the War Report. Catch y'all next time. Peace.